Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here, welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Belle and this is the Belle Perspective, and today we're going to be reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15 episode 4, The Buck Stops at Birmingham. But before we get into that, I've got a couple housekeeping items I need to cover. Let's get into that first. Channel, y'all, it's a growing channel. I'm creeping up to 300 subscribers. I need your help. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting for? And if you already have subscribed to my channel, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love to shout out new subscribers. So I am shouting out Marcia Burns. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the channel. Hope you like it around here. Now that you all have subscribed, don't forget to like the video and comment in the comment section. And if you're feeling super generous, go ahead and share this video. Shout out to Harold C. He's like my low-key media team because I don't be knowing nothing about no social media, child, except for YouTube. That's all I know. But anyway, shout out to Harold C. Welcome, Marcia Burns. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and comment and share the video if you're feeling generous. Let's get into this review. Okay, let me be honest. Let me be honest and preface this review by saying that I'm not a hardcore Real Housewives of Atlanta fan. I once was. Actually, I don't even know if I could say I once was. I think I enjoyed the season with Nene, Phaedra, and Portia and Kenya when they first had the whole Apollo situation. Like, that was probably for me Real Housewives of Atlanta's heyday to me. I understand why Phaedra is not on the show. I'm not looking for her to be back. I understand why Portia is not on the show. I'm not looking for her to be back either, nor do I want to see her on my TV at all. I'm gonna get off my soapbox and not do too much of a rant. But what I'm getting to is that I'm not gonna go as deep as a lot of other Real Housewives reviewers do. I'm not gonna analyze every scene because I don't really care like that. Anyway, let's get into this review. I again kicked it old school, wrote it down on a piece of paper. So I just want you to know I'm seeing Kenya and Manietta are at the dance rehearsal. They are practicing. Kenya is looking like a baby elephant, a baby giraffe that had just been born, trying to figure out how to use their leg. It was just looking, please, okay? The other piece that I realized that she said she was sponsoring the event for Kenya Moore. It was Kenya Moore Hair Care sponsoring, I think, either the band or part of the event, the Magic City Classic. And I said, oh, she got the coin. That's why they're allowing her to freely make a fool of herself in front of thousands of people, because there is nothing that Kenya. She is absolutely gorgeous, but singing and dancing, girl, what you going, what? And even if she was on Dancing with the Stars, that's a different type of dancing. That's not the same as HBCU dancing at the band and majorettes and things like that. That's a totally different. It gets on the line. Roy's the guy that Kenya is talking to. Kenya says that the Yelp reviews are in. He's a 9.6. And I'm like, okay, well, girl, you talked to other women that dated him? No, Kenya is referring to his sex score. And I said, this is why we cannot trust Kenya to choose a man. Her compass for man choosing is broke. Girl, sex is your compass in the way that you review a man on whether or not he's a good dude or not. Girl, that is why you are in the situation that you're in right now. Okay, we're moving on to Sanya. Sanya took probably one of the most inopportune times to tell her sister that Ross has decided that he wants her family to move out, which I was under the impression that Sissy wanted to move out as well. I forgot her sister's name, but I was under the impression that her sister wanted to move out as well. I just felt like maybe Sanya probably should have waited to have that conversation at another time. They were actually doing business and talking about business. She was telling the sister's husband, who's her personal assistant, which I don't understand how that's not a blow to the ego. You're a grown ass man, you somebody's personal assistant. your sister's personal your sister-in-law's personal assistant. I'd rather bag groceries at the food line before I go and do that. Like I just feel like that a man's ego is so fragile that okay, whatever. Mother is beautiful. Let me tell you something. Sanya family, beautiful. Mother is gorgeous. Sister is gorgeous. Sanya is gorgeous. Beautiful family. Her husband is fine. Like they have her daddy is handsome. You could tell he was a stallion back in the day. Handsome, 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 handsome family. Beautiful family. In the confessional, Sanya's sister and mom both say, Sanya is not selfish. She's self-centered, and that her living in the house with her mom and her sister has given Ross and Sanya the ability to move freely without having to think about Ace or anything like that. And that is a really good point because, sweetheart, when they move out, who's gonna take care of Ace? Or I'm sorry, Deuce. Sorry, that's Candy Baby. Who's gonna take care of Deuce? Right. That was my first thought. I'm like, girl, you talking about having this girl move out, but are you ready? Are y'all ready? Because that means full time being a mom. We get to Marlo. Still confused as to why Marlo feels like Candy is responsible for her nephew Quentin's passing transition. I don't understand. I still do not understand why Marlo keep Candy's name in her mouth in terms of that. I'm just I'm so confusion. Marlo's little sister came. I did forget about Marlo and that break in. Marlo's trying to get her record expunged so that she can have a carry a firearm legally. She probably quiet as a skeptic is already carrying a firearm, but now she ain't trying to go to jail for it. Okay, we all know the story about Marlo 20 years ago. She had done sliced and diced up on somebody, and so she I think was a convicted felon. I don't know her full record, but she got in trouble for that. Again, my question is, why is Candy supposed to be responsible for any of these things? I still don't understand the correlation. I'm still confusion. Okay. Courtney is invited to come see Marlo as she's getting dressed up for their annual is it a Halloween photo shoot, I guess. And Courtney is offering Marlo some support. She connected her with, I guess, an attorney to help her get her record expunged. She said Candy should have done this. Why is it Courtney who I'm just meeting? Again, you never treated Candy right. I don't think Marlo understands that Marlo treats people bad, and then she turns around and is trying to like, oh, get over how I treated you. Let's be friends again. But that's not how people work. You can't just go all the way left, break the glass on them, and then say, oh, okay, it's fine. Let's even though shattered glass is around you, let's still just be friends. No, girl, you just broke the glass on me. Like Marlo's the type of person, I've said this before. She will on Mad Day, Marlo will tell your deepest, darkest, dirtiest secret. And then 2 weeks later, when she done got herself together and she's feeling lonely or wanting to be a friend again, she's back at your door and is confused as to why you don't want to fool with her no more. Marlo, I've seen her type before, and I can't. Anyway, so they do the photo shoot. Courtney's supposed to be helping her get her. She's a crisis management. Courtney annoys my soul. I hate her voice. It's so annoying. I can't. While they're at the while Marlo's getting her face painted, Courtney is, you know, shading the shit out of Candy. Oh, maybe it's the environment that she brings. Here you go. Here you go again, Courtney. Here you go. Okay, so we move on to Sheree. Sheree is at the doctor. First of all, I loved their doctor. The importance of having a black doctor. I have a black dentist now. I have a black GYN. I'm about to go see a black general practitioner, GP. It is so important. My orthodontist years ago was black. Like it is so important to have black physicians in your life because it makes the difference. The way that the doctor was talking to her, like they were just regular people. Loved it. You could be. She was like, girl, back in the day they would snatch your things up. Da da da. I love that. So shout out to Sheree's doctor, and how down to earth she was, and how knowledgeable and caring she was as a Black woman, GYN. We find out that Sheree suffers from fibroids. This is probably one of the largest um, issues that a lot of Black women face. They're becoming painful. She's experiencing a lot of bleeding and things like that. So they're talking about either shrinking the fibroids or moving them all together and figuring out ways to treat the issue. Sheree is talking about how she can't be down for too long because she's trying to build She by Sheree. I say, girl, that shit ain't going no goddamn where. Trust and believe, okay? Focus on your health, boo. Oh shit, I wrote that for real. She by Sheree isn't going anywhere. Yeah, please. But I mean, call a thing a thing. Sis called out. Sanya. She went to go do a photo shoot. Her sister called out, said she wasn't gonna be able to make it. Said she was sick. They're discussing it. Sanya's discussing it with her parents about how, you know, her sister's husband, her brother-in-law, quit on her as his personal assistant, and how it's pretty much put a strain on their relationship. Kenya is preparing to go to Birmingham, and she's talking to her assistant and telling her assistant that she needs to have her location on at all times. Girl, I would have quit in that moment right there. No, ma'am, you're on your own. No. They're getting ready to go to Birmingham. Bus is loading up, and Candy can't make it. So it's going to be Marlo, Courtney, Sanya, Sheree, Moneta, and obviously Kenya. Kenya saying that she is sad about the fact that Candy is not going to be there because Candy is her ride or die, and she don't get along with nobody else on this show outside of Candy. Maybe Moneta, but not really like that because matches her Candy matches Kenya. Moneta is still up and coming, and Kenya don't really respect her like that. I'm about to go into that in just a second. I'll tell you my thoughts. I really wanted to like Kenya when she first got on the show, but that lady, her attitude is so fucking stank. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. They start talking about eating groceries, okay? And I'm not talking about the groceries you buy from the store. They talking about eating groceries. Kenya done ate groceries. I don't know if I could ever eat groceries. I've never eaten groceries. I've never had anybody eat groceries with on me before. I can't. I don't know about. So we get to the buck off the dance class at the dance foundation. I was annoyed with this man's t-shirt. It said, I guess you're not flexible, but it's the your possessive your and not you are. I'm like, did he not catch that on his shirt? Because he absolutely was wearing it like with pride on camera. Yikes. Unless it meant something else. And I'm not the grammar police. I try not to be the grammar police, but that was irking me. Did y'all catch that? How the hell did Sheree win the buck off? She was missing steps with Sanya. How the hell did Sheree win? Her? Obviously, y'all was just giving it away, child. I guess with the buck off, once whoever did the best, whoever won the challenge, also got to win the larger room. Child, we'll get into that in a second. They're going away. Marlo says some. Marlo Mayetta is Kenya's emotional support. What is it? Emotional support companion. I said, that's it. That's absolutely it. Okay, so here's my breakdown with Kenya. I think that Kenya is one of those type of people who will try you and try you and try you until you get back with her, and that's when she has respect for you. You know what? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Kind of how like dogs are. Not calling Kenya a dog at all, but you know how dogs are. They'll try you because they need to establish where you fit in the hierarchy. Are you a beta? Are you an alpha? Because the terms beta and alpha actually refer to like pack animals, dogs, wolves, things like that. So dogs sometimes will try you to see what your position is, to see where they need to classify you. Are you an alpha? Are you a beta? I feel like that's the type of person that Kenya is. She'll try you to see what type of person you are. Are you an alpha or a beta? And she'll keep trying you. And if you show to her that you're a beta, she gonna just ride you and disrespect you until the end of time, right? But if she try you and you check her and you gather her, then she'll have respect for you, period, right? I think Mayetta has not established herself as an alpha, and honestly, Mayetta may not even be an alpha. She giving beta energy right now, which is, and again, I'm only talking in terms of pack animals. I'm not talking about this whole alpha beta bullshit. I fucking hate it. But I'm just telling you, just for the sense of this metaphor, that is what I think is happening. So the hotel, Sheree gets to the hotel and she's so excited about this sweet and baby. That hotel, I keep forgetting this is Birmingham, this is Alabama, this is not New York, this is in LA, it's not Miami, it's not DC, nothing like that. It's Birmingham. So the hotel that they got, child, that's a hotel. That's like the anyway, that's a hotel I would be staying at. And honestly, again, I can stay there because I don't have a coin like that. Y'all are Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is where y'all are staying. Okay. Get to the restaurant, and here's where I said Marlo is jealous of these women. Marlo is jealous. Marlo is jealous of Candy. Marlo is jealous of Kenya. They start talking about Bryce, and Kenya says, "Oh, the only Bryce I know is this guy that used to be in this music group and all this other stuff." And Courtney says, "Yeah, Bryce is my baby daddy." Blah blah blah. By the way, she says her relationship with Bryce is complicated. What the hell does that mean? Whatever. Anyway, so as Kenya's talking about the movie Twa that she was in, Marlo has this look on her face like Marlo is jealous. She does not like the fact that Candy and Kenya have done so many different things. She does not like it. She doesn't respect it. She has a boiling fit of envy and jealousy towards these women. It's very, 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 very apparent. Very, very apparent, very obvious. Okay, so we get to the event. Monyetta walks out. She has on this like tinfoil jumpsuit, it looked like. Right. It wasn't cute, but I mean, Kenya didn't have to tell that girl to go back and change some clothes. So she basically was like, this is an upscale event. Girl, we get to the event. Bravo is so petty and messy. So Kenya's trying to round the girls up to hurry up and go. She's like, y'all are too late. We're gonna leave. So she leaves Sanya, Manietta, and Marlo behind. They get to the event. Bravo shows they were like, oh, it's supposed to be upscale, very, champagne, the who's who. Girl, they show the people in jeans. They were like, they play that music. I was like, oh my God. Everybody was coming in like, I know Kenya didn't hype this up. She hyped it all the way up just to get kicked out, right? Kenya says in the confessional she didn't get kicked out, but production did. No, boo, both of y'all all got kicked out. I guess the people within the fundraiser are saying, you're calling too much attention to yourselves. You have sparklers. You got all this. I'm like, well, didn't you invite the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Did you not anticipate everybody to be focused more on them and not the event? And what was the so? Who cares? They're there. They're calling attention to your event. Why not capitalize on it instead of kicking them out? Like that would have been exposure. You're at a fundraiser. Aren't you trying to get exposure? You could have somebody wasn't somebody is either insecure or is not a smart PR person because that was dumb. But whatever. So they end up, Kenya has to tell the girls that they've gotten kicked out. They're actually headed back to the hotel. Kenya disappears on them. Now, this is not new. Kenya's always disappearing on the girls when they go away on a trip. She brings Brooklyn with her. Girls get up and say, Kenya disappeared. We feel like we're missing out on something. She's not telling us everything. Let's go to her room and sort some things out. So all the girls go to her room, start banging on her door. This is when Kenya goes berserk. I was trying to understand why Kenya was going berserk. I understand that you have your daughter with you, but you're also filming a show. You're also filming a show. And this is kind of how it goes. So I guess I was just her response was I don't know. I'm not a big Kenya fan. I don't too much care for her. I don't too much care for her. So anyway, y'all get down in the comments. It's gonna pick up from where we left off in the next episode. And Kenya threatening to call Marlo, calling the police on Marlo. I'm like, here we go. Anyway, again, Marlo is very much jealous of Kenya, but also calling the police, is that necessary? Anyway, y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Again, I'm not a real big RHOA fan, super fan like people are, like other reviewers are. I just watch it here and there. Um but anyway, y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about the episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.